A UFO has allegedly been spotted near to the International Space Station, with conspiracy theorists claiming aliens are using humanity as a science project. Alien enthusiasts were sent into a frenzy when a bright object could be seen floating in the distance behind the International Space Station, ISS. The white elongated object appears to hover in the background, leading some to claim that aliens are monitoring humans as a science project. However, shortly after the sighting, the live feed from the ISS went down, prompting prominent conspiracy theorist Scott C. Waring to believe that NASA noticed the object and subsequently shut down the feed. Mr. Waring wrote on his blog ET Database, "I was watching the live cams and noticed this strange tic-tac shaped UFO moving across the screen. It was followed by another smaller UFO. They moved at the same speed and they seemed to be watching the space station. It's clear that the astronauts on the space station are not the only ones doing research up there in Earth's orbit. The aliens see our whole species as a science project to be watched over and monitored carefully." The theory falls under the zoo hypothesis, which claims that aliens are watching us, and is an attempt at explaining the Fermi paradox. In 1950, physicist Enrico Fermi, the creator of the world's first nuclear reactor, came up with a paradox which says due to the age and size of the universe there is bound to be a civilization much more advanced than ours. But why have aliens not contacted Earth? Many scientists argue once a civilization reaches a certain size, it eventually kills itself off as it becomes impossible to sustain, either through war with advanced weapons or natural disaster. Another possible solution is there simply is no other life out there. Scientists who have worked for NASA in the past have a much simpler explanation for all of the bizarre UFO sightings reported. According to former NASA engineer James O. Berg, most UFO sightings are nothing more than space dandruff floating in front of cameras. These specks of dandruff can be anything from bits of chipped paint drifting aimlessly in zero gravity, flakes of ice or ISS insulation that has broken off. He said, "I've had enough experience with real spaceflight to realize that what's being seen in many videos is nothing beyond the norm from fully mundane phenomena occurring in unearthly settings." Mr. Oberg argued the human brain is not wired to make sense of these tiny objects floating above Earth.